Stupid Jen and stupid videos. Not that I care, but stupid Jen is videos. What's he doing? What's he bloody? Oh, I need to.
Damian? Who are you talking to?
How's it going? I'm just saying what Jen's plotting.
Again, Damian, I really don't think that he's plotting anything.
I beg to differ. He's out there doing something strange, and I don't like it. I gotta find out. I need to know what he's doing. I need to find out what he's planning, plotting, conspiring.
And how do you plan to find that out?
Laptop or something, or he might know something. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, do.
Alright, Damian. I really don't think that he's plotting anything, but if you really want to know, come with me.
Oh, you got in! Nice, thank you!
Hey, don't say that I didn't warn you.
Don't worry, Melinda. I know exactly what I'm getting into.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome to the newest episode of The Oscar Goes To. I'm Jan Michael.
And I'm Melinda.
And today's Oscar goes to Going My Way. Let's begin. Well, Melinda, after that little deviation last week where I got to start things off, now we're back to you. Tell us, what did you think of Going My Way?
Going My Way is a sweet movie. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's, I suppose, a slice of life movie is what they call it, but the life is of a priest, so it's just one of those movies that's really nice. It doesn't have a whole lot of controversy or conflict going on in it, so it's just about this priest who is sent to take over for an old priest, but he doesn't want to intrude, and that's only like maybe the first third of the movie. It just goes on little adventures of what he's going through during his travel there. And it was just a nice film. Again, it's hard to rate something that doesn't have action or anything to go against it.
I really liked this one, especially after the horror of last month's Cavalcade, being an old film that didn't really quite hold up. I was worried that maybe I was going to remember this one incorrectly and it also not holding up. But as I saw it and my memory started coming back from the film, I started going, oh yeah, that's right. This is the film that this happens and this happens. And I ultimately just had a smile on my face almost the entire time through. Like you said, it's not really plot heavy, so it's kind of hard to go off of one big over summary of everything. The beginning, as you said, it's just this young priest who's kind of taken over for the older priest, and just kind of the adventures that he kind of has while being there, and what he does to make the church and the community around there a better place. And it's just wholesome. That's like the perfect word for this film. It's very wholesome. You feel good watching it. You feel good with what happens throughout the film. And yeah, just as I said, you're gonna have a smile on your face while watching the movie.
Yeah, again, it is just sweet. The characters themselves, they are fine. They are a sign of the times, the way that they're written. They're very dated, I would say. And I don't know, it was nice to hear like the really famous song that was played at the end. But it's kind of hard to say more about it because, again, there's not a whole lot of controversy or anything that was specifically stand out for me about the movie. Just kind of blended overall well.
For me, the standout is Barry Fitzgerald as the older priest. He's definitely the one that brought a lot of the heart to the film, like the one that really made you feel. He has this kind of one way of thinking, and then he kind of goes through his arc, and you feel really bad for him, and just with Bing Crosby's character, coming in and how nice he is to him, and how he kind of gets him on his side, and it's all just like it's very touching. You almost want to shed a tear of joy just with how wholesome, once again, how wholesome it all is. But the characters, at least especially the leads, very well done there. I did have a bit of a problem with some of the other characters. I think a lot of them don't really quite go through an arc of any sort, really. You have the ex-love interest, where she kind of just shows up and really doesn't have a lot to do. And you think at one point maybe it's gonna bring some sort of conflict between her and Bing's character, where they used to go out and now they're not anymore, but he didn't really properly tell her. But no, she's just kind of like, oh, hey, it's good to see you, and everything's all great. And again, just it tries to be very wholesome. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more conflict in the movie. I think it would have definitely elevated above what it currently is. But again, just I don't want to talk too negatively about it, because again, it's just a very nice film and just a heartwarming movie that I can really easily recommend.
All right, I suppose I can agree that that character probably was the more standout one. Now that you mention all those points, I do agree.
Yeah, again, just I would think more of a character arc with some of the other characters. And you can even make the argument that Bing himself doesn't really go through much of an arc. He's the same person at the beginning of the movie, at the end of the movie that he is in the beginning of the movie. He's just always this very nice, charismatic person. and he's a very nice, charismatic person by the end. So, but that being said, I still really liked his character. If there's one other thing I can talk about where it's kind of odd is they try to push the song "Going My Way," and I thought they were trying to make that like maybe the Oscar-nominated song. It seemed to be the one they were really pushing on, and that song was fucking terrible.
It is terrible.
It was a really bad song, and so I'm like, oh man, I hope it didn't get nominated because this is not a good song. And then at the very end, like you were saying, you have the very famous song where it just comes out of the blue, and then that's the song that ends up going on to get nominated and winning Best Original Song. So I don't know if that was an accident, if it was an intentional choice, but I'm glad that one got chosen rather than Going My Way.
I don't know if it shocked people, but it definitely was a more upbeat, more catchy song than the other one. And it's weird to believe that those two songs are in the same movie, and they would think that one was comparison to the other, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And it's a very famous song. It's something that I heard before I even knew about this movie. I used to remember hearing it in like kids' cartoons, so it definitely earned its spot amongst the best original song Oscar winners. Well, Melinda, I think we can pretty much end this one here and now. Very wholesome movie. I don't want to talk too negatively about it just because it's a film that you really don't want to kind of go in and like overanalyze everything. You know, you just kind of, you sit down to just have a good time, and that's what the movie delivers on, and it makes you feel good watching it. So with that being said, I'll turn it to you. Let our audience know, would you recommend Going My Way to them? And do you think it should have won the Oscar?
I would recommend it just because, again, it's just a sweet movie. Do I think you're going to enjoy it to no ends? Probably not in today's audience, but I'm not sure what it was up against, but I don't see a reason why it shouldn't have won the Oscar other than it could have been a little bit better in the writing.
And I wholeheartedly recommend it. Again, it's just such a nice movie. You feel good watching it. I can see even like maybe a younger audience getting into it as it passes by. So yeah, definitely you should go out and watch it if you haven't yet. As for should it have won the Oscar, I think so. Again, like you, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the other picks, but I think it's good to have a movie like this within the Oscar lineup. In comparison to some of the other heavier films that we're going to get to and that we've already seen. Just a movie that puts a smile on your face. I think it is definitely worth the win. Well, Melinda, I think we'll take a page from this movie's book and just end things on a nice, pleasant note. No tale of revenge, no tale of betrayal. Just nice and easy, right? What do you think?
I don't know. Do you think you can?
What do you mean, do you think I can? I'll make you regret those. Of course, Melinda. Nice, wholesome fun. So like always, guys, stay safe out there. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff if you wouldn't mind. And have a good one.